When people think of using neural networks and predictions on financial data, they think of predicting prices. Their theory is that if you have a reasonably accurate prediction of future prices, that you can use that information to determine whether you should be in or out of the market. Now, the problem with this approach is that financial price information is inherently noisy. There are so many different influences on the prices that predicting the next price or even the direction of the next price can be extremely difficult to do. Most predictions and trading solutions are of the optimal signal. This is essentially predicting what would be the best action to take for the current market conditions. However, it's also possible to predict prices using trading solutions. For example, let's say you wanted to predict tomorrow's closing price for a stock. Like other types of fields, you can create a prediction by selecting to add a new field, like this. And now I'm going to select Predict or Model a Value. In this case, we want to predict the close field, so we select that here. We want to predict the close for the next trading day, so samples in advance should be left at its default value of 1. Also on this page, you'll notice that pre-processing is being applied. Neural networks work best when they're used to predict values in a relatively fixed range. So we're going to try and predict the closing price by predicting the percent change in its value. Next, the neural network needs to know what information is available for predicting the desired value. Selecting good inputs is essential to creating an effective prediction. For more information about selecting inputs to a prediction, see the video titled How to Select Inputs to a Prediction. Now for this example, I'm just going to use the raw data that I've imported from the internet. Once we've selected our inputs, we have the option to change the settings that will be used for training the prediction. Trading solutions will iteratively go through the potential inputs and weights to best transform the available information into the desired value. By default, this training is performed on recent data with some set aside for validation. For more information about optimization ranges like this, see the video help titled What are Optimization Ranges? Now let's have trading solutions get to work. The default processing can take a couple minutes to find a good solution. So while Trading Solutions is working on this prediction, let's look at a similar prediction I made previously. I'm going to add that here by adding or changing fields to a chart, predictions, and I'll add my previous prediction here. And there we are. Now you can see in the chart that the prediction appears to be off by 1 day. Actually, what this means is that our neural network had limited information to work with, so it tended to predict the average value. Remember, we predicted the percent change in the closing price, so the average value was around 0% change. This resulted in a prediction that tomorrow's price will be very close to today's price. If you look closely at the chart, you can see that the predicted prices do vary but from the previous prices. This is because some directional information was extracted from the inputs. In some cases, the prediction is that the price was a little higher, and in some cases, the prediction is that the price was a little lower. Because of this, we can actually use this information in an entry-exit system to trade based on whether the prediction indicates the price will increase or decrease. Applying entry-exit systems is covered in another video, so I'm going to add the results to the chart and then quickly show you how I created the field. Again, add change fields in chart, and here I'm going to add my predicted percent change system that I created earlier, and boom, there it is. Now from the chart, we can see that this approach correctly identified some of the key trades for this stock. If we used more information than just the raw price data, we could potentially see even better results. Okay, now for information about whether a signal is worth trading, there's also a video on that. It's called Determining if a Signal is Worth Trading. Now this field was very easy to create. I'm going to select Add New Field, apply a rule-based entry-exit system. I'm going to use the predicted percent change system. And the predicted value is my prediction of close in one sample. It's going to compare it to the last known value and then set thresholds using optimization to determine how to create a signal out of that predicted difference. Like I said at the start of this video, this is only one approach to using neural networks. A better approach is typically to predict the optimal signal, which is essentially predicting what would be the best action to take for the current market conditions. This approach takes into account not only the next day's price, but several days after that. And it eliminates the need to use a rule-based entry-exit system to extract the signal once the price has been predicted.